this next piece is the one musical theater piece I'll be singing this evening, but it's from the musical Most Happy Fella. It's also the only piece from a show that I think has a happy ending. Most operas don't have the happiest of endings, but even though this is a musical theater show, it's just the music is described as operatic and luscious and vocally demanding. And this is Warm All Over. Here Rosabella sings a little love song to Tony. Where's that smile? Where's that glow? Where's that happy face that I depend on so? Why didn't you know? It makes me feel warm all over. Every time you smile, you get me warm all over. Sometimes I feel kinda out in the cold, but then I touch your hand and I'm Please always let me keep feeling the way I do. So warm all over. With a tender love for you.
So I will get us started with Je veux vivre from Romeo and Juliet by Charles Gounod. Who knows the story of Romeo and Juliet? Show of hands. All right. Well, the same thing happens. You know, they fall in love, they meet. It's too much. One poisons themselves, the other one stops. It's just like such a love story. I love it. I'm excited to sing this for you guys. It's one of the only things that I personally sing where the character is youthful and happy, at least for part of the opera. And I really struggle with it because, of course, I was a teenager, but I wasn't boy crazy. My dad's here. I'm sure he loved that. And so it's really, really exciting to be able to sing a role where I get to, like, think that I'm this young and in love 14-year-old because I was never that. So this part of the opera, it's right in Act 1. You really get to see Juliet being kind of a brat, but a brat in love. And she's saying, you know, I want to live in the wind, and I want to hold love and this youth and this life like a treasure in my heart. And I want to dream and be in slumber and all this stuff that, like, I would never say, but we're going to pretend I will. And I hope you guys enjoy.
younger folks here, and I promise you there's lots of operas with fairies and mermaids and princes and we're not singing a lot of those pieces today. We're singing a lot of songs about love. But this next piece is from a very famous opera called La Traviata. And David will actually be singing as Alfredo in late October. So that's a production that's going to be going on. And you can find out more. I know we have a lot. It's mass opera. We'll have more. We have more information on our social media channels. We send out a lot of their information. Also, there is a Boston opera calendar that has all the opera going on in Boston. If you're ever like, what's going on this weekend? So they're doing a really good job of making sure that everybody's safe, socially distanced. But La Traviata, this is at the end of the opera, and Alfredo and Violetta are reunited finally. They are so in love, and they've been reunited. Violetta is very sick, and Alfredo promises that they are going to leave Paris, and that she will be better, and that they will spend the rest of their lives together, which doesn't end up happening, but for this, but they tried.
so beautiful. La Traviata is my favorite opera, and so anytime I hear any of the music from it, I'm like, I don't care how sad the ending is, it's beautiful. I'm a fan. So next I will be singing Gracia Mia by Enrique Granados, a Spanish composer who is awesome. And one of the things that I love to do the most is to sing music in Spanish. My family is originally from Dominican Republic, and I feel like music, the first time I ever heard music, it was in Spanish, and I love being able to sing things where not only do the stories make sense, but the language does, and it's just so, so beautiful. So this piece is called Gracia Mia, and I love that there are so many children here today, because even though I don't have any children, I always imagine that this is the type of thing that a parent would sing to their child. And so in it, Granados and the poet, who now of course escapes me when I need to know who the poet is, but they're saying Gracia Mia, right? Like, I swear to the heavens that if beauty were lost, it would be found in you. It would be such an adventure to be lost in your eyes. All of these beautiful, sweet things, which sure could be for a lover, but I love to imagine, you'll hear it in the way, the tenderness of the music. I love to imagine that this is something you would sing to your child. So I hope you enjoy this and now have many kiddos to sing to tonight. Gracia mia, ora a Dios, que tú eres tan bella criatura, que a perderse de vosotros se tiene de hallar en vos. Fuego bien aventurado en perder con vos mi vida, pues fidelidad perdida para salir oscurado.
So, one of my colleagues that, she's moved away, but she used to always remind me, Kathryn, you have to tell everybody the rules with Opera on Tap. So the rules are, there really are no rules, and she liked to remind people that if you like what you hear, you can clap. I think singers especially like it, like hearing an applause at the high notes. If you want to move around and dance, you can. We will be tentatively at the Burren, back room and potentially outside in their back patio too. So we always encourage people to get up, get a drink, stretch their legs if they want to, but just setting that precedent. This next piece, it was a lot of people may recognize from the movie, The Shawshank Redemption. That's how it's most often requested. The piece, that aria, that opera piece from The Shawshank Redemption. And I think Red states, what is it? I wrote it down here. Oh, to this day, I have no idea what those two Italian ladies were singing about. Truth is, I don't want to know. Some things are better left unsaid. I'm going to tell you what they were talking about. But this is Sul Aria from Mozart's Le Nozze di Figaro, The Marriage of Figaro, and the whole opera takes place one day, the day before Susanna's wedding day. So the two characters singing are Countess Rosina Almaviva, and she's dictating the letter to the bride-to-be. So the Count is pursuing Susanna, and the two women set a trap for him to expose his infidelity. And this letter invites the Count to a rendezvous that night, under the pine trees and the little grove. So they are really describing a beautiful scene, but the intent behind it is very, well, it's good intentions, but it's a little tricky.
Good afternoon. So I will continue with two very special pieces of my repertoire. The first one is Jasmine Flower, that is a traditional Chinese piece that is from the 7th century. It was composed for a princess, a Chinese princess, and the poem is really beautiful. It says, "Oh, jasmine flower, fall on my home, a nation of peace and ethics, of ethic and peaceful people. You all sing for me a beautiful and peaceful song." And it's linked with a very, very well-known opera aria that is Nessun Dorma from Turandot. And why they are linked together? Because Puccini was really interested into having influence from other countries on his compositions, and he took Chinese melodies or folk tunes to make his operas. And of course, Jasmine Flower is the one that he took to make one of the themes of Turandot. So I hope you enjoy.
So this next piece, I know we have a while for until Halloween, but this is a bit of a ghost story. Regnava nel silenzio is from Donizetti's Lucia di Lammermoor. Another pop culture reference you may recognize. Another of her famous arias was from The Fifth Element, The Blue Lady. So I'll sing that another time. But this piece, this story is similar to Romeo and Juliet, two lovers that cannot be together, and she is waiting for her love Edgardo by the fountain, and she recalls this ghost, this phantom that she saw, and who foreshadowed their tragic ending. Which again, I said, most opera doesn't have a super happy ending, but this is Regnava nel silenzio.
aria. I have to like watch my colleagues be great. The next piece I'll sing is called Escúchame. It's from Florencia en el Amazonas by Mexican composer Daniel Catan. Again, I love singing in Spanish, so any opportunity to program this music, I will always take it. And this is one of my favorite things to sing ever. Florencia is an opera diva on a journey through the Amazon. Something I've never done, but if I could, I would. So I love it because this is towards the end, well, it's right at the end of the opera, and there's this beautiful, magical storm that happens aboard this ship that they're traveling on. And she wakes up and she sings this aria. And in this aria, she's saying, Cristobal, where are you? And Cristobal is her long lost love, who she hasn't seen in, I don't know, 15, 20 years. And of course, he is a butterfly catcher, because who isn't? That's a great job. So in this aria, she's saying, where are you, Cristobal? You're here, I can feel you. There's no way you aren't here, because I can feel you in my voice, I can feel you in the air, I can see you in the water, you are everywhere. And so she's searching for him. And something that I like to think about when I sing this is, I haven't necessarily met a Cristobal, but I like to think of that thing, be it God or the world or happiness, joy, whatever it is that fills your heart. You know it's there, you know it's always present, and it's what makes you you. So I invite you guys to hear this and imagine, okay, so let's picture this. I think that this beautiful mural in the shell kind of helps the mood, but imagine you're in the middle of the Amazon on a boat, you just woke up from a super trippy storm, and you're also saying, Cristobal, where are you?
¿Dónde estás, Cristobal? Venías aquí para perderte de nuevo. Te arrebató otra vez la selva voraz. ¿Por qué te siento cerca?
So we have just a few more pieces for you this evening. This next piece is, well, a subset of classical music, classical voice, is the art song. It's music set to poetry. So we have French mélodie, German lieder, Spanish canciones, and more. This piece is by Francis Poulenc, and it's the titled Fleur, Flowers, Promises. It speaks about someone who was given flowers, but promises were broken. It's very, I wouldn't say it's sad, it's nostalgic.
Is a very popular English song that our beloved tenor Mario Lanza made really popular, and this is Be My Love.
Just
to sing this after that. So we will be performing a piece by Consuelo Velasquez called Bésame Mucho. It's very popular, so you'll likely know what it is. Fun fact about this piece is that Consuelo Velasquez had never been kissed. She'd never experienced love, and she believed, she was under the impression that a kiss was the ultimate show of love, and that if somebody kissed you, like, that was it. So in this piece, I think she was like in love or something. She must have seen somebody walking down the street and thought they were cute, and so then she wrote this piece and she sang, you know, kiss me a lot, as if it were like the last time you were ever able to do this. So beautiful that she used her imagination and wrote this piece that stood the test of time and that so many people know and love. So we hope you will enjoy it. Bésame mucho.
Thank you so much. So we have one more piece this evening. It's a sing-along. It's opera's favorite drinking song, most famous drinking song from La Traviata. This is from the beginning of the opera when everybody's very healthy and kind of healthy. Libiamo, beviamo is to drink. Libiamo is to drink a lot. So, yeah. And
enjoy every sip.
But enjoy every sip. So we encourage you to, raise whatever you have this evening. And if you like what you hear, come to visit operaontapboston.com. We have all of our upcoming events. We also have a program, Operagrams, where we will come either in person or virtual. We will do a personal operagram. We have over 40 talented local artists on our roster. We have some QR codes here for tax-deductible donations and information on Opera on Tap. Also, ArtsMedford has some really fantastic programming coming up, so talk to Chris about that. Thank you so much, and I am so glad to see everyone here. Thank you so much to our brilliant pianist, who did not get any breaks this evening, Leah Kosch, David Rivera Bozón, and Luisamaria Hernandez. I'm Kathryn McKellar, and you all have a wonderful evening.